And a very good afternoon to you. Welcome to the Lazarus Motor Company, the Lazarus Motor Company Lazarus Motor Show. So my name is Steven Siegel and I am the host of the show. I'm really excited to be here with all of you. Welcome those of you that have just joined on. I see people have just logged on now. Just to give you a little bit of an intro with regards to how we run the show, we love to have you engage with us and comment and ask us questions. And that's what the show is about. The show is about getting to know Lazarus Motor Company and its various different brands. Over the weeks, we've been chatting to Lazarus Ford, and we are still on Lazarus Ford with this regards to this show and next week's show. But the whole idea is to understand who are you dealing with. And the best thing and the greatest thing that I found with regards to the Lazarus Motor Company is that the salespeople and the people that work there are like one big family. And they actually care about who they sell and what they sell to the clients. So this is more of an understanding, especially in season one, getting to know the salespeople, the service side of the service people, as well as the company itself. And that's what is the aim of obviously season one. As we move into season two, we're going to get a little bit out there. We're going to start taking cars for tests. And obviously right now it's a little bit difficult with COVID. That's why we're leaving it to season two. So this week, so I just want to double check those of you that are out there, you can hear me and everything is great. So just give me a comment there or just something. So I know that you're on and you can hear me. I see there's some people already logged on. I just want to double check. So just let's just test that out. Give me a thumbs up, give me a smile, give me something so I know that you guys are all there. All right, so I'm just waiting on that. So while we're busy doing that, I got to drive this week, which was a big win for me. The guys told me that I was going to be driving the Ford Everest. So the Ford Everest, obviously you look at it, it's a beautiful, beautiful car. Again, I'm driving the Ford Mustang. Those of you that are just joined now, the guys at Ford gave me the Mustang to try it. It's a 2.3 EcoBoost. You know, with that car, I absolutely, absolutely love it. It's so unassuming. It's quiet, but you put your foot down and it goes. So I was really excited to be driving that. Then I realized that I was going to be driving some of the other cars. And the first car that I jumped into is obviously the Ford Tornado. And I was like, well, how's this going to be going from obviously a Mustang into that car? And it was absolutely, I was taken aback. The car drives beautifully. It's not a big bus, and it surprised me. Then we moved on to the Raptor. Now, the Raptor, I must admit, was really exciting because I looked at it. It looks mean. It's kind of my style. I wasn't really a Bucky person. I kind of moved out of that. I did have Buckies for a couple of years, but then I looked at it and I was like, okay, this is something that I'm going to have fun with. And we had so much fun with regards to it. That thing jumps. It's a smooth ride. It's a beautiful ride. It's a multi-use vehicle. Absolutely. Really enjoyed it, and Ford just keeps surprising me with regards to their cars. I mean, I've had one or two Fords back in the day, but yeah, this is just a new breed of vehicles, and especially with the 10-speed transmission that's come out, and the bi-turbos are really, really phenomenal. And then obviously we moved from there, and just in case you wanted to know, we do have those episodes, so make sure you go and have a look at either the Facebook page, Lazarus Motor Company Facebook page, or on the YouTube. Make sure you subscribe because there's going to be some key things on there that our Facebook side won't get. Anyway, so then obviously the next vehicle up was the Everest. Now that for me is like a flagship SUV. It looks beautiful. You know, from the outside, it's really great looking, but like how good is it and how nice is it going to be to drive? Again, referring back to the Mustang. And again, this car, you look from the outside and it looks beautiful, absolutely. Sleek lines, beautifully well set up curves on the outside. And you get into this cockpit that is beautiful. It's got everything you need. Now, I know it had the limited edition, so it does have a little bit more bells and whistles than normal. So what we're going to do is I'm going to quickly show you a little video that I did with regards to this vehicle. And then we're going to be chatting with Simon, our expert for today. He is one of the sales guys from Lazarus Ford. But let's quickly show you a video and show you what I had, well, how the car went. So let's go into it.
Hi, everyone. This is Steven Siegel, and welcome to this week's show. So in this week's show, we try out the Ford Everest, a beautiful SUV from Ford that's designed from the outside, is really iconic. And then you jump into the vehicle and it's got such a beautiful cockpit with so many gadgets and things to help you and assist you with the driving experience. And that's what it's all about. It's about experiencing a vehicle, not just driving it. Talking about the back, I've got my two kids sitting right at the back there. It is a 5-seater with electronic seats, the one that I've got right now. It's a limited edition. And what's really, really great is when the seats fold down, they actually fold into the boot space. So you've got so much more capacity that you can pack in there. Then obviously some of the other gadgets that really stood out for me, and it's something that's standing out a lot with regards to the Ford brand, is the positioning of power cables, USBs, because we're always looking for that charging station. So they've got them beautifully positioned. The ergonomics of the vehicle is really great. The steering wheel has got all the functions that you really, really need. And one of the things that really stands out for me is the park assist. It's literally just one button and it parallel parks for you. It actually pops up with a screen and it says to you, it's finding a location or finding the parallel parking that will be perfect. And then it tells you to stop and then you pull in. So I'm really enjoying this Ford Everest. Stay tuned because we're going to show you some more of the features and how this car went. So that's it from me here driving the beautiful Ford Everest. Really love the car. As you could see, it's got all the features and gadgets that you really want. The kids absolutely love it. It's a smooth drive. It's got the power and it sits up nice and high, as I mentioned. So well done, Ford, for a great, great car. This is Steven Siegel and the Lazarus Motor Show. Till next week, all the best and stay safe.
So that was it. That is my experience with it. We had it for 2 days. Absolutely loved the drive with regards to, did you see my daughter popping her head up from the back of the vehicle? The kids, when they saw it, they just had to jump into it. And I think that's what, vehicles are about. It's a whole family buy. And I don't know if some of you out there that do this, it's no longer that you go out there and, this is the car I want. Well, this car potentially is the car you want, and then obviously your wife, your fiance, your boyfriend, whoever it may be, and your family love it. And that's the exciting thing. Whenever I bring home a new car, I've got a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old, and they are loving this. But they really enjoyed that, and they love the seats that automatically lift up and down. So wherever I had to go, I had to take them with me. Obviously, what's nice with regards to it does have the ISOFIX in there with regards to the child seats and that kind of thing. But I don't want to go too much into the vehicle, and that's not my side of things to go into too much. Now, just to give you an idea, we are going to be chatting to Simon Mapella. He is our guest on the show. He's our expert. He's going to tell us more about the car and some of the features and a little bit more about himself as well, because you have to know who you're dealing with when you go through to Lazarus Ford. So I just want to check there is some comments. Here it comes. Good vibes coming in. Thank you so much. We got them coming in. All right. Thank you so much. We got them all rocking in. Thank you so much for all the comments. I really appreciate it. It's great to have that coming through. But you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to surprise Simon, okay? Because Simon's just not any salesperson. He's a creative. So I can see him in the back there. He's busy shaking his head. And this is what the show is about. It's about having some fun. So let me do a proper introduction to Simon quickly. So I won't go any more into that. Let's welcome Simon on. Why I had that on is Simon is in there. Let me tell you, he's going to tell us more about that as he comes on. Simon, how are you?
Good on you, Steve.
Awesome. So tell me, I mean, let's jump back into that music video. You're singing in there.
Yeah, well, look, we've got different personalities, and as I said to you before, that is my alter ego. So, Simon sings, yes.
That you don't just sing, you sing amazingly. I mean, that
Thanks,
is, well,
man.
I'll just give you a round of applause. That was really, really great. So you've been in the
Thanks.
music industry. How long have you been there? Are you still doing things?
I still do music, obviously after hours, after work, weekends, holidays. So yeah, I've been in the game for almost 7 years. Hey, there's a whole
That
catalog of the stuff that I've done. So yeah, yeah.
that is awesome. So I've watched some of your music videos. They are really great. You sing beautifully. So now
Thank
tell me, I
you.
mean, you got this great creative side, and now you jump into car sales. When did car sale? How did that happen?
Look, it was honestly by default. Eh? A lot of times when you are in the creative space, creativity and I always say that creativity and money doesn't always mix, right? So during my hustle as a musician, I
Yeah.
decided that you know what, let me do something also that will obviously give me an income and obviously also expand my world. So that's how I got into the motor game.
Oh, no ways. And so, and obviously, cars is one of your loves with regards to it. How did you get into Lazarus Ford? How did they find you? How long have you been in the car game? Let's start with that. How long have you been
Okay.
in the car game now?
So I've been in the car game now for 10 years to be precise. I've
Wow.
started working, I started selling cars from 2009. And, I've worked for various brands. So what had happened
Okay.
is that in 2016, I decided to pay Lazarus Ford a visit because I would always pass by the highway and wonder what's actually happening here. What is so special about this this dealership,
Yeah,
because it stands out. It stands out. You can't really miss it. So yeah, so I started working
that's true.
for Lazarus Ford in 2016, November 11th. So I still remember the date quite well.
Okay. No, it's interesting because it's exactly that. It's such an iconic building. As you're driving
Mm,
past, you can't miss it there on the highway.
mm,
It's really
mm,
it stands out. But then what's obviously nice is then you get inside and the people are just as amazing as the building. So then
exactly.
obviously joining up with Lazarus Ford, how is it working there? What's the environment like? What's the culture like?
It's a phenomenal place. I mean, we treat each other like family, and that extends from us, the people that work there, to the customers, because obviously they say charity begins at home. So Lazarus Ford is a family, and we treat each other with respect, and it's easier to extend that to our customers, which is why we've got the highest CVP, if I may mention. So CVP is
Yeah.
basically your customer viewpoint. It's
Okay.
what the customers feel or how do they perceive you as a dealership. So that's why we're number one.
I love it. Keep that flag running high. And I love the passion behind it with regards to it is that, you can see the feel with regards to it. Now tell me
Mm,
what makes Lazarus Ford so special? Is it because of the family? I know you mentioned the family feel. Is that
yes,
what
yes.
really makes it stand out for you as an employee there?
Yeah, of course. That also, if you look at the statistics, basically in the motor game, or rather say Ford,
Yeah.
specifically, Lazarus Ford has got the highest, like I've mentioned, the highest CVP, and
Yeah.
that also extends to sales because obviously if the customers are happy and they feel welcome, they are more likely to buy vehicles or even spread the word. So that's what makes Lazarus special.
No, I agree with you. You know what I found is when I walk, I've been in various different dealerships. And unfortunately or fortunately, I've been through various different brands. I've gone through different dealerships. Also when I'm also looking at buying a vehicle, and I don't know what it is, but there's certain, I don't know. You go into certain dealerships, and it just, you have this feeling that there's no energy there. And what's
Yeah.
interesting is when I walk in to to your dealership, and everyone comes up, hi, is it, what's going on? People having, coffee at Mustang Corner as well
Yes,
as something to
yes.
eat. Everyone's really like, it's, again,
It
I know
feels
it
like
sounds so
home. It feels
cliched.
like home.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the whole thing. It's,
Yeah.
you're not just buying a car, you're buying an experience, you're buying part of that family.
Exactly.
And it sounds so cliched, and I love the song.
Yeah.
But and Yeah, it's one of those things that why I get excited about doing the show and why I'm excited to present this is
Mm.
that when I come across good people and good energy and stuff like that, I get
Yes.
drawn to it. And then I just want to feed off it and show everyone it. And that's, I think, part of
Yeah.
what I love about this show. And obviously, chatting
Yeah.
to someone as creative and as amazing as you as well. Tell me, with regards to it, I see we got Miley jumping on as well. So let's jump into the vehicle. Let's jump
Yeah.
into the Everest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
where did it start? How did it come out? Like, tell me a little bit of the heritage of this vehicle.
Yeah, look, the Everest has been in the motor game also for quite some time. There's a lot of models that were introduced. If I may stand to be corrected, from 2014, that
Yeah,
was the inception of the first Everest. The current one
yeah,
that we've got has been launched in 2019. So basically, it was launched last year, and that
okay.
was around April. So yeah, so it was basically the current one was launched last year.
And I see. I mean, the one that I'm driving. How's this? Let's before I get onto it. How's the sales of the vehicle?
The sales are overwhelming, I must say. There is actually a lot of demand for the vehicle, because obviously a lot of people are starting to pay attention to what the Everest can offer, obviously compared to the competitors. So yeah, the sales are quite good for the Everest at this stage, and the fact that we produce it here in South Africa, it makes it easy
Oh,
for us
okay.
to serve our customers.
Oh, that's really interesting. I didn't know that. You see, that's why I've
Yeah,
got
yeah,
you on
yeah.
here with regards to it. No, and along with regards to that, is it this obviously the standard? What's the standard Ford service and warranty plan on that?
So the warranty, it's basically 4 years,
Okay,
120,000 kilometer,
okay,
whichever that comes first. And obviously you can extend it depending on your needs. And then you've got the service plan also, which is standard in the retail price of the vehicle. So there you're
yeah.
looking at 6 years or 90,000 kilometer service plan.
Wow. Wow. Talking about service, it was interesting. I'm going to be doing a chat. I'm going to have a chat with your service manager next week. I think it's Tony, if I'm correct.
Yes, Tony
And
is still there.
he was telling me about the 1 hour express that you can literally come in and have your car serviced. Obviously, there's some terms and conditions, not like major stuff,
Yeah,
but 1 hour you come in, car out, and go. And this is 6 days a week, which is
yes.
phenomenal.
And it's quite
That is
convenient
absolutely,
for
yeah.
customers as well. I mean, I think that's where also
Yeah.
our nice coffee and refreshment refreshment
Free
section
Wi
comes
Fi.
in. So you
No,
can
for
you
sure.
can basically have lunch while your vehicle is being serviced. So yeah, that's a convenience to our customers.
No, absolutely, absolutely. So getting back to it, obviously, I mean, the car that I drove, there's a couple of cars in in this series. I've got the
Yes.
limited. Is it limited edition?
Yeah. No, it's not the limited edition. I would say it's
Okay,
yeah.
it's
So
called
you've got.
limited.
Yeah, code limited. So you've got different derivatives. I mean, there's 7 ranges of the Everest. You've
Okay.
got the XLS. You've got
Yes.
the XLT 2 liter. So the XLS is basically a
Yes.
2.2 engine. You've got
Okay.
the 2 liter 10-speed single turbo.
Got
You've
it.
got the 2 liter 10-speed bi-turbo. So
Okay.
within the single turbo and the bi-turbo, you get the 4x2 and the 4x4, and they all come in automatic 10-speed gearbox.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. And then you move into this is the high end of the range with regards to it.
Yes, the one that you basically got an opportunity to drive. That's the limited. So that's the 2 liter bi-turbo.
Wow, I really can I tell you, wow, I absolutely, absolutely love the vehicle. So tell me, just while we're still on the different models, obviously, if someone's coming into this vehicle, they want to test it out, they want to try it out,
Mhm.
and let's say that their budgets, they're a little bit, tight with regards to budget during COVID. So there is an entry level vehicle for them. Is that the XLS you said, hey?
That is the XLS, yes. And
Okay, great.
it also comes in automatic, and it's a 6-speed gearbox. So
Okay,
there you're looking, yeah. So when you're talking about money, you're looking at the range of about 610 for the vehicle, retail price.
okay. Okay, perfect. And then into your mid range, what would be your mid range if someone, okay, cool, they got a little bit of money they want to spend, where would you go there?
So then I would basically put them in the 2-liter single turbo XLT. That's the 4 by
Okay.
2 Simply
Okay.
because it's got nicer features just after the XLS. I mean, you've got the full leather seats.
Okay.
You've got the Sync 3 touch screen that is standard
I love
with a
that.
nice
Yeah.
with a nice reverse camera. You can see nicely when you park the vehicle. You've got
Okay.
obviously the multifunction steering wheel that's got cruise control, and there's additional LEDs also on your cluster. So I actually like that because they can also help you with your infotainment and also your fuel consumption information.
Oh no, brilliant! And then obviously the limited is the top of the range. If those of you that are going out there,
That's
what does that
correct.
go for
Yeah.
more or less?
So you're looking roughly there at about 760 retail
Wow,
price. Yeah, yeah.
wow,
It's
for
it
what you're
is
getting.
look, it's
No,
got
that's.
it's got it's got it's got everything. The only thing missing probably is the coffee machine in the vehicle.
Let me tell you. Well, you got a plug for it. There's a plug point, which I said. I
Exactly,
love that.
exactly.
For
Yeah,
for
but the
that
limited.
price, yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, I was saying that, yeah, so in the limited, what makes it exclusive from all the other derivatives? For example, you've got the panoramic moonroof. We don't call it sunroof at Ford,
Love
we call
that.
it the moonroof. We have to obviously be unique. You've got your LEDs as well. You've got xenon lights on the vehicle. The
So
S
that.
Park Assist that you've shown on the video as well. It's a nice feature to have. And
Love
obviously,
it.
you've got your electronic adjusted seat for your driver and the passenger in the front. The third row at the back also it's electronic folding seats. So yeah, that's some of the nice features that you get on the limited.
Tell me those fold down seats. I mean, I see throughout the range from entry level to right to the top level. You've got
Yeah,
it's a 7-seater. Hey, whether you buy entry
yeah,
level
70.
to,
Yeah,
but then what I love, what really got to me is the way it folds down. You'll see like the seats as you saw in the video, the seats fold down, which gives you so much extra space, and it's electronic. So it's literally are all of them
yes.
electronic, or is it just
Only the limited. Only the limited.
okay? The other ones
Yeah.
is it handheld?
Yeah, so basically it's manual. Both of them are the XLS and the XLTs are manual. Only the limited is the electronic.
Oh, okay, okay. But
Yeah.
still, even with regards to that, having the seats
Mhm.
being able to go down gives you
Yeah.
so much extra space. Because I've been in other vehicles where they lift up sideways, and you still got.
Yes.
So now you got like a little, yeah. So I love that it goes
Yeah.
down. And then
Yes.
then what I did
Yes.
was the back seats. I also
Yeah.
put those down. So you've got
Yes.
like
The middle
one
one.
big, massive, yeah. It's insane that you can literally you could put a bed in there, and so if you're going
Exactly.
camping or whatever,
Yes. 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 Most definitely. And I made sure that I showed that to a lot of our clients, because obviously you need to see how versatile the vehicle is. In terms
yeah,
of our clientele, you're looking at individuals who want to use the vehicle for daily commute, but at
yeah.
the same time, they've got families that maybe on weekends or holidays they can use the vehicle for that. So yeah, so it's a very family orientated vehicle as well.
I saw that. What I like to also, and I just want to keep on this because I loved it so much, is obviously with camping or trailer. I mean, you just put in an extra bed. You don't have you got a two-man tent and you got a third person. You throw them in the car, but it just opens up a
Exactly.
whole new world because you look at these vehicles and you go, okay, so if I need that extra packing space, then I should go to the Tornado. But then now the Everest has got this packing space, so it's really really great to be able to have
Yeah.
that, and it's a luxury vehicle. The suspension and the steering on the car is also that the steering is so soft. I mean,
Very
I
soft.
do drive with two hands,
Yeah,
but sometimes
yeah.
my Durban
We
style
should.
is like, but it's so beautifully soft. I mean,
Look,
that's what's so nice.
yeah, they look the reason for the softness of the steering wheel is because it's electronic, it's not hydraulic. So it's
Wow.
electric adjusted steering wheel. So it's quite nice to drive. It's comfortable. A lot of female customers as well. They find joy in how the car handles because it looks intimidating and big, but once you sit inside and you drive the vehicle, you can actually feel comfortable and at ease as well.
It's exactly that. I actually took it to the Centurion Mall because I wanted to see, you know, it's a big car. You sit up high, which I love for safety, security. I
Yes.
mean, my wife loves it also that you can sit up high. But then
Yeah.
the ease of use with that. I mean, you could literally take your finger and just turn that wheel this way, that way. The
Exactly.
PDC. It's really that good. I'm on the show obviously to be, the person that, from a realist point of view, that I look at the vehicle and I'll say, okay, here's this, here's that. I didn't pick up, like, if you look at negatives, I didn't pick up. And
Yeah.
those of you that are watching, part of what I do is I'm coming as a consumer into the show, even though I'm presenting it. Simon's coming in that I'm going to ask him questions that will potentially, put the vehicle to the test if I'm not sure of something. And I will do it, and that's what I need to do. It mustn't look like we one-sided with regards to this.
Yeah.
And I will do it, but it was just so interesting. So getting onto it as well. So now we looked at obviously the vehicle, the cosmetics, the inside is beautifully laid out, super soft seats. I don't know what Ford's putting into your seats, but your seats are like, oh. Then obviously we move from that, and then I look at the capacity, which is great. I mean, it's massive. I don't know what the actual load is capacity. I mean, I'm looking at my notes, but I didn't put it. I don't know if you know what the load capacity is on that. But I noticed that this is also so actually putting stuff into that car, because I know Bucky's normally have, you can put X amount of.
I see what you mean. Yeah. No, we'll do a little homework on that.
Yeah, no. So then obviously on the towing capacity, being a 2-liter bi-turbo, I was expecting, and I know I should have read my notes, but I mean the towing capacity is what, like 3.2 tons?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And it's the same. What I found is in this vehicle, and just help me out with it. This vehicle with a bi-turbo, I mean, it's 157 kilowatts. This guy, let me just tell you, those of you that are watching the show, when I say I'm a car guy, I love great looking cars and I love driving cars. But when you start jumping onto kilowatts and Newton meters, I'm going, and now that I'm getting into it, now I'm going, okay.
Yeah, look, it's important, obviously, for the client to know what they're purchasing.
100%. So talking about that, the bi-turbo on the Raptor versus the bi-turbo on this, I noticed this one has that extra little bit of pull or push on it. It really can, you put your foot down and it seems to go a little bit extra than the Raptor. Yeah. Is there a reason for that? Is it just lighter?
Yeah, in terms of proportion to weight, the Everest is lighter compared to your Raptor. Obviously, they're built for different purposes. But they both kick out 157 kilowatts, and of course, 500 Newton meters. It depends, like basically what you're gonna need the vehicle for. Some people don't need that much power, so they can easily then opt for the 132 kilowatts, which is on the single turbo.
Okay, cool. Now tell me, okay, so we've pretty much discussed it's a family vehicle. That is what this car is designed for. It's pretty much a family vehicle. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah, look, it is a family vehicle, but most importantly, remember when someone purchases a vehicle as well, they're also thinking from an individual point, also to an extension of the family. Like you mentioned before, when you purchase a vehicle, you also have to make sure that the families, it's part of the process, because that's the whole thing. So you can use 100%. The vehicle on a daily commute. You can go to work. It's light on fuel, and during the weekends or holidays, you can simply just decide to hit the road and travel.
No, absolutely. I think that's great. So talking about that, I mean, what I do is I always go and chat to my father-in-law. He reads the car magazines. He's really in the know. So what I do is I always take the car to him to go and have a look at. And I really obviously respect his insights with regards to it. And one of the things that he picked up that the car has, obviously, from other than the great suspension, because he tested the suspension, loved the suspension, the soft steering. But then he also said strategically the places, because it is quite a high car, the strategic place. I mean, Ford again was thinking about it, that there's a handle here and there's a handle above there to get into the vehicle, get out the vehicle. The same thing in the back. So, I mean, no matter what age you are with regards to this car, what I found and what he mentioned to me is that, they've thought about the client that's going to, or the person that's going to be getting into this car, and made it accessible for everyone. And it's not just, a certain profile.
Exactly. They took everyone into consideration in terms of family. I must mention that a lot of times when customers come in, they're always concerned about the last row seats, those 2 seats at the back.
Yeah.
Now, those seats are mainly for kids or smaller people, if I may say so, because a full adult at the back won't sit so comfortably. But you've got all the 5 seats to accommodate all of that. So
100%.
Yeah.
No, 100%. No, well, no, thank you so much, Simon. Tell me your favorite before we go off. Your favorite accessory or feature on the Everest. What is it?
Look, the most favorable feature that I like on the Everest is the adaptive cruise control. As you can imagine, after hours, like weekends, when I do my music and I'm traveling in the Everest and I'm traveling long distances, it's always nice to have the adaptive cruise control on, because then it can measure the distance between myself and the car that's in front of me. So you literally put your foot off the pedals and you control the steering wheel with both hands, Steve, and you just make sure that you travel safe. So that's my favorite feature there.
I must tell you, so I have to tell you, because I'm just that type of person, is I get the 2.3 Mustang, and Donna puts me through the whole vehicle like you did with regards to the Everest. And I had to phone Berger, and I said to him, Berger, listen, I don't know how to tell you this, but there's a shudder on the wheel. So he says to me, really? So I said, yeah, no. Anyway, so he says, okay, bring it in. We'll have a look at it, but there shouldn't be anything wrong. So I was like, oh, me and cars, there's always a problem. And while I was driving, I noticed that the wheel shuddered over the lanes. So it was, what it was? It was the lane assist that was warning me. And what I wasn't doing, wasn't putting on. And then I phoned Berger and I said to him, listen, I think it's a lane assist because it shakes whenever I go. He says, please, can you start using your indicator?
And you must show your intention. I mean, that's what driving is about. And it's a nice feature to have, because obviously
absolutely
it contributes to the safety of your driving.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's so true. Anyway, no, but Simon, thank you. Oh, I wanted to ask you, are there any specials on the vehicle happening anytime soon? And are there any specials in general at Lazarus Ford?
Yes. We always have specials. Like we always have the best interest of the customers at heart. So we try to tailor make all the deals so that it can suit the customer's pocket. So if you go to our website, www.les.co.za, you will click on specials, and it will give you a whole view of what the specials are currently running, including the Everest as well.
I'm going to do it right now.
Awesome.
There it is. So we're going to go through here.
Yeah.
So that's the site that you can go and have a look at. Just go and have a check it out, and then you'll find your way through it.
That's correct.
Oh, great. I love it. All right. No, Simon, thank you so much. We'll definitely to obviously book a test drive. I saw that people can go and contact you via the website. And do you have the number for the local number there?
Yeah. So our Les Ford contact number, it's 012-678-0000. And our friendly reception people will assist you there. Then
Oh, no, perfect. Thank you so much, Simon. I really appreciate your time and your feedback and your knowledge. I love your music. I'm definitely a fan. So those of you that want to go and check out Simon's music as well. He's got amazing stuff there. Thank you very much. Have a great Sunday afternoon.
Thanks, man. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you. You too. I'll see you on Monday.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. Bye. All right, so there was Simon Mapela. He is one of the sales agents from Lazarus Ford. The whole idea with regards to the show is obviously in lockdown, we're trying to get some kind of engagement with the people, the people that buy the cars from Lazarus Ford and Lazarus Motor Company, and show them who they're dealing with. Those of you already know how great, the people are there. But with regards to it, this show is all dedicated right now in the beginning stages. Like I said in the beginning of the show, it's all about getting to know who you're dealing with and knowing that you're not just buying a vehicle from Lazarus Motor Company, you're buying an experience, you're buying into a family. I mean, they really do care. When I walk in there, and it's the reason why I approached the company and said to them, guys, we have to do this show. People need to see more about your dealership. And again, what I respect with regards to Colin Lazarus, Mr. Lazarus, is that he does so much good. The company does so much good. Like they did some charity work, and I said to him, guys, let's put that on. Let's show that you do this charity work and this kind of stuff. And he actually said no. He does the work, or the company does the work for the community and for the better of all around, not for publicity or anything like that. So I was really taken aback because for anything, a big soft spot is charity, and you bring that onto a show, and people go, oh, that's amazing. But they literally refused me and to show, or to even go to this charity that they're helping out with. So that's a sign of a true heart, a family business, someone that really cares. And I'm really honored to be able to be presenting the show. I thank those of you, the Lazarus Motor Company, and everyone that's involved with regards to Madeleine. Thank you for allowing me to present the show and to be able to let you guys get to know more about the Lazarus Motor Company. I hope you're enjoying it. Please, those of you that do enjoy it, make sure you go and subscribe Lazarus Motor Company on YouTube as well as on Facebook. Go and have a look at the Facebook page. There's always specials. There's always something new that's coming up. So make sure you go and look at Lazarus Motor Company to find out the latest news and specials that are happening. Or you can go to www.laz.co.za. And there you can see the different dealerships that are out at Lazarus Motor Company. Then other than that, please, send us comments, send us some messages back. We'd love to hear from you. Next week, I know I said last week that we're going to be doing the Mustangs, but we're obviously trying to race these Mustangs, and we want to have it at a special location. And with regards to COVID, the location's not open yet. So we're holding off, but in theory, this Sunday should be the one where we start racing the Mustangs. Those of you that don't know, we're going to be racing 2.3s against the 5 liters, and then the 5 liters against the Roush, and then the Roushes versus RTR, and then there's a Spitfire Mustang as well that's going to be coming on. So there's a lot of excitement. The show's just going to keep building, getting better. And thank you for your time, those of you that are out there. A big thank you also to Divan Oret for putting together that amazing video as well. The team really is working well. So until then, my name is Steven Siegel. This is the Lazarus Motor Show, brought to you by the Lazarus Motor Company. Make sure you take a step through there. I'm going to quickly push the website through there one more time to make sure that you guys can go and have a look. Go and chat to the guys, and then we'll get back to you next week. Have a great week. Stay safe. That's it from us. Till next time, be safe. Enjoy what you have, and we'll chat to you again soon. Thank you so much.